3 weeks ago, I took most of my worms from in my outdoor worm bin and put them in a pretzel bucket, and I found that they produced 133 cocoons in just 7 days, 7 to 10 days. Of course, I did not count my worms at that point, so I don't know how many cocoons my worms actually produced per worm. 2 weeks ago, I put 25 worms in a small container and I tried to see how many cocoons I would get. And if you'll remember, I got 5 cocoons per 25 worms, only 5 days. So I got about 1 cocoon per 5 worms. Based on that math, and with the experiment that I started last week by putting 100 worms in this pretzel bucket, if I have 100 worms, and so I should get about 20 to 40 cocoons if we go by my worm production, producing 1 cocoon per 25 worms. I should get 20 to 40 cocoons. This experiment went on for 7 days, so I'm going to start by dumping the substrate out in this container here, and then putting my worms in a new experiment. I will start. This is also the same size container. I put some coffee grounds at the bottom, and I will add all this substrate after I pick out all the cocoons that I can find, and I will use the same 100 worms. I'm going to test to see if I put them in a slightly more acidic substrate, if that will increase worm production. So let me go ahead and dump my worms out in this bucket, and then I'll count all my worms and put them in a new experiment. I have my worms in this container with the substrate, and I will start by picking out all my worms and put them in the new container for the new experiment. The results of that experiment will be posted in about 7 to 10 days. Okay, I believe this is most of my worms. They've been removed, put in the new container, and now my focus will be on removing all the cocoons. While I was removing the worms, I have found quite a bit of cocoons, so now I will shift my focus on finding cocoons. This is the stuff that fell through using my sift, and there are indeed a few more cocoons in here. Quite a bit, actually. Let's go ahead and finish picking all these out, and then we'll do a total count of how many cocoons I have collected. Alright, that looks pretty good to me. Let's go ahead and count them now. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 10, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 5, 6, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 79, 80, 81, 82, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 99, 99, 100, 103, 104, 105, and 106, 107. 107 cocoons by 100 worms in 7 days. I am not at all upset at those results. I'm quite surprised, pleasantly surprised, that my worms are producing so well. So here is the setup for next week's, this week's experiment with next week's results. It's the same setup, the same 100 worms, same pretzel bucket, same substrate, except for it's going to be a little bit more acidic because I use coffee grounds at the bottom. It's something that I don't typically feed my worms. It kind of scares me for some reason. I don't know why. If these 100 worms do well and reproduce more than 100 and how many did I say? 107 cocoons in 7 days, then we know that the rate of production increased with a more acidic environment. Stay tuned. This is a substrate that I sifted out of my little worm experiment. It has the 107 cocoons in there from the past week. I will go ahead and add them to my little container with the previous 150 cocoons. These cocoons are now about 3 weeks old. So in about a week to 2 weeks, I should see some little worms hatch. In the meantime, I will add the substrate to it and let them develop. I'll keep you posted.